Good morning. It is July 6th. I just got back from my 4th of July weekend last night. Got into officially where I left off probably around like 6:30 or 7 or so, which is a grocery store, and I figured I'd wait to resupply at that grocery store so I didn't have to lug all the food around the whole weekend. So I did that and didn't really have time to hike last night after resupplying and getting everything all packaged up. So I just found a spot to camp, and in the woods, as I was coming out of the woods, this lady saw me, older woman, maybe 60 years old, not older, but you know what I mean. And I just smiled at her, I was like, hey, how you doing? She was like, I'm envious. That's not a reaction I ever would have expected to get. So that's funny. That's funny. It's like she knew exactly what I was doing. Alright guys, I had a good day. Hiked 26.5 and found this little edge of a cornfield, which I figure will do just fine to camp in. I don't think I'll bother anybody here, and it doesn't appear to be particularly visible. Good morning. About to head out and charge my GoPro batteries on the way, and I'll be picking up some supplies at my friend Jillian's house. I met her in Kennedy Meadows in 2017 when I was hiking the PCT, so should be a good day. Alright, so I just stopped for lunch at the dairy shop here in, I believe it's Dexter, Iowa. If it's not Dexter, it's Redfield. I see a sign that says Redfield. But anyway, had lunch there, and the lady, who I believe is the owner, she said it was on her. And this kind of kindness is just like, it's everywhere. It's all over this country. It's really incredible. I think I am about a half mile away from where this trail meets the road, and that's where I'm planning to meet my friend Jillian, who I met in Kennedy Meadows in 2017. And she's gonna take me to her family's house, and she said they have an extra bedroom, guest bedroom that's available, so I'll probably hit them up for that. I usually sleep better in my tent, but I want to get all charged up in their house. That is pretty crucial. I also have my stuff from REI at their house, so I'm very much looking forward to acquiring those things. So thank you, Jillian, for hosting me, and the rest of the fam. You're amazing. Good morning. Jillian dropped me off a little while ago. She actually walked the first mile with me with her dog Scotch, and they were awesome. Her family was awesome. Her husband isn't there right now, so I didn't get to meet him yet, Steve. But her kids were great. Her mom was great. She was great. The house was awesome. And she said that she could help me out for this little stretch, shuttling me back and forth to the trail. So I'll be back there tonight and maybe another night or two. We'll see. I stopped a little while back to get water from this nice couple at a farm, and the man's name was Dennis, and they gave me water. His wife gave me water, and Dennis actually took me around his farm a little bit, showed me around. I just got dropped off by Jillian again. She came and got me. I don't think I recorded when she was about to get me last night, so she was like 15 minutes early. She asked if I wanted to keep going. I was like, nope, I'm good. I didn't want to keep her waiting, and it's already pretty tired anyway. I did like 21 miles. And we had pizza last night. It was delicious. They made biscuits and gravy this morning. It was amazing. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll be back at their house tonight. This will probably be the last night, and I'll be out of their area pretty soon. Alright, so I just stopped for coffee at this little place behind me, right there in the corner. They were super nice. Check out this town, by the way. They park in the middle of the street because the street's so wide and you gotta park somewhere. But apparently it's an Iowa thing, which is really interesting. Jillian showed me that last night actually, because we came through here. She drove me through here after she picked me up to get a resupply, so I think I gotta turn here. Anyway, cool little town, Coon Rapids. Alright, so Jillian's gonna come to get me soon, hopefully before the storm catches up to me. Hey there! Is this fort still occupied?
Yes.
What makes life worth living to you?
Sunny days, kids, dogs, the need to do more, do better, right? Like just the anticipation of good things.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what advice might you offer to a veteran or anyone who might be considering suicide?
Oh gosh, your job's not done yet. And I think one of the best things that you can do is either find a partner or, like, I'm a huge dog fan, so a dog, something that depends on you and makes you realize that there's so much more to life than maybe what we're trapped in within our own thoughts.
I just got dropped off by Jillian, and I gotta thank you guys for all of your help, your food, your place to stay. It's been awesome. Definitely helps relieve a little stress over where I'm gonna camp, because that's a huge stress at the end of the day. Once it becomes like 7, 8 o'clock, the stress is really on. Anyway, thank you guys. I am in the town of Audubon, and there's a special little landmark here that I'm very excited to check out and very excited to show you. World's largest bull. Here it might be fake though. Who could tell? Supposedly there's a big storm coming, so what I'm gonna do is wait in this little truck stop up here, at least for a little bit, to see how it actually is. Sometimes the reality is not nearly as bad as the prediction, but people have been seriously warning me in the past few minutes. And last night this area got some really heavy storms with 80-mile-an-hour winds. I think that's more towards Omaha, but still, I'm close enough to that area to be concerned. All right, the rain let up. It's still raining, but not nearly as hard as it was. It was insane out here before. So I got to meet a very cool person. His name is Hassan. He's from Saudi Arabia. He's biking from coast to coast, actually, going from west to east. Had an incredible story. Time to move on though. This hike isn't going to hike itself. Alright, I found this nice little stealth spot next to the bike trail. I don't think it's a very popular bike trail. I need to set up before it starts raining. I can see the rain in the distance. Alright, anyway, gotta set up. My friend Judy, who is Jillian's friend's mother, she came last night to bring me water, and she brought me some snacks too from Casey's. And Casey's is a gas station slash pizza place that's everywhere in Iowa. Love it, love the pizza. Anyway, she said she left me a little water cache, and it should be precisely over here. And here it is. Sweet. Looks like 3 bottles of water. Awesome. That'll keep me going for a little bit. And oh, she said I could leave whatever, so I'll leave the trash here because she said she's coming back for it, and check out this river. Anyway, thank you. I just finished. Doesn't sound good. I'm sure he's leashed though. Oh yeah, they're behind the gate. All right, so I just finished section 5 of Iowa, which was, I would say, the most beautiful section so far, 100%. And I started section 6 less than a mile back, and I'm really about 4 days away from Nebraska. 4 to 5 days, depending on how the next few days go. So we'll see. That's pretty much it. I'll see how far I can get. I have a couple ideas of where I can camp, but nothing's guaranteed. If I have to, I have some contacts in the area that should be able to scoop me up and bring me back the next day. So we'll see. All right, so I found a railroad kind of nearby. I'll have to go off trail like 0.3 miles, so not too bad, 1/3 of a mile, but it looks like if I walk down that maybe 0.1, walk down the railroad track another 0.1, then it looks like it's wooded and will provide me some concealment. All right, just made it to the railroad. I'm hoping to find a good place to set up camp. There is a lot of plant life, probably a ton of poison ivy. I don't know. I'll look around, find the best spot, and I'll show you what I found. Okay, so I'm actually pretty pleased with what I found. I followed a deer trail and found this little spot. So thank you to the deer of Iowa for leading me to my home for the night. Plenty of room, soft ground, not a ton of little plants growing everywhere. Pretty legit. All right, good night. All right, last night worked out great. That campsite was one of my top stealth campsites of this trip, for sure. It's really nice, very peaceful, very private. Loved it, loved it. Would have paid for a campsite like that if there was a little more room to move around without getting stabbed by branches. But it was good. It was good for camping in my tent, just relaxing. Moo! Come! Moo! No? Alright. It's 8 o'clock p.m. Need to find a place to camp soon, within the hour. There's nowhere to camp for miles and miles. At least it looks like that according to the map. So, as you can see, probably I'm at a cemetery again. And I think this will work out just fine. And this back corner over here. Oh, this is perfect, dude. There's very little traffic here. I just have to get back here before a car comes. But check this out, this is amazing. Perfect, perfect. Oh, yes. Right here, right here. Even right back here if I wanted. This is epic. I am one with the corn now. Good morning. That was a great campsite last night. Worked out very nicely. Last few days of Iowa. Look forward to Nebraska. I'm going to edit in near Omaha in Bellevue at my friend Kelly and Philip's house. Kelly is like my childhood friend. We go back to like, oh, adventure bike, nice. He waved and I waved. Awesome. Rarely see those out here. It's usually cruisers. So Kelly and I go way back to like age 14, I think. It'll be really fun to see both of them again. Really, I've met Philip several times too. He's a great guy. And I can't wait to meet their boys. I like kids and they have 5 of them. It's awesome. I just resupplied in Red Oak. First I went to McDonald's, charged my phone for a bit, had some lunch. Then I went into the Hy-Vee grocery store and got everything I need, hopefully, until I get to Omaha. Only a few days away, my friends. Only a few measly days away. Alright, made it to the railroad, which is not a guarantee, but it's better than nothing. This right here isn't even that bad, because there's no one's gonna come down here. This little road doesn't even lead to anything. The railroad track runs along the road I'll be taking, so basically I can go along this railroad track and I'm making mileage. I don't care that I'm like 100 feet off from the ADT. You can lick my balls if you do care. All right, yeah, I'll see what's up here because I'm not going to be able to get any stakes in that. At least not very secure. And it might rain tonight. I don't know because I can't check the weather because I have no service. Gotta wait a minute before I continue. Hopefully I find something soon. So far there's kind of nothing. All right, so once again, I've been led to the promised land by taking deer trails. And look, their little home. It's probably super hard to see, extremely dark for you. It's not super flat, it's not super spacious, but it's not extremely tall grass. And it's workable. I can do this. So I scouted out this little path up here, which is also a part of a deer path, and it leads all the way up to the road. So I don't have to keep walking along the railroad, which is really cool. I can just pop up on the road, cruise right on through. I think there's a town right up here, so I should be able to get more water. So things are looking good. All right, I just made it to the road. Came up that steep hill. All right, so I just got a tip on the weather. Supposedly there's a very, very bad storm coming in, which means I'm gonna have to find somewhere with an actual roof to take cover under. Could be a NATO coming. Could be a NATO. She said last week they had winds of 96 miles per hour in that storm. And she said, according to the weather, what they're saying is that was just a warm up for this. Tonight's storm. All right, so I made it to town. I found this little cottage. It says rent on Airbnb. It's not available on Airbnb, even though no one's in there. But good news is they have Wi-Fi, they have water, they have a bathroom, and they have a place for me to set up my tent that is blocked from the prevailing winds of the storm. So this is the best I can do right now, and I'm hoping it holds up. So I guess good night. It's like 4:30 in the afternoon, but I don't know, I'm gonna work on stuff in my tent. I have Wi-Fi, so I can. I guess that's the day. All right, so that big storm, huge, massive mega storm, never came. I was just in there waiting for hours. Never came. Fortunately, they had Wi-Fi at that cottage, which was accessible. Yeah, you could see the storm on the radar, and it looked like it's kind of split and went everywhere except where I was and where my path was. So, like, I could have kept going and gotten 25 miles in easy, but it's fine. At least that place was a good place to camp. It had like a porta potty, and what else did it have? Water. Had a water spigot. So I found a good stealth campsite. I'm very close to Omaha, so tomorrow it's happening. Nebraska. Finally. Alright guys, good night. Good morning. It is very early. It's not even 6. It's like 5:50. And today I'll be getting to Omaha, Nebraska. Officially crossing into Nebraska. It's crazy. Can't believe it. Seems like so far away from the coast of Delaware, and it is. So beautiful out. I'm not usually walking this early. I'm usually up, awake, maybe trying to get a little bit more sleep at this time. Or just laying there awake trying to get the energy to get up. But it's nice being out and seeing the beautiful colors in the sky and everything. That little deer just ran right by me. I tried to turn the camera on as fast as I could, but hilarious. Officially crossed into Nebraska, at least over the line. I'm on over the river. Oh, boom. I'm over the Nebraska line, but it doesn't count until I'm on the ground, as you guys know. Not the first bridge I've crossed into another state. Check it out. Nebraska. All right, so I am officially in Nebraska. I am on the land of Nebraska.
If you're interested in donating to my fundraiser to support veteran suicide prevention, click the link in the description. 80% of all donations go to Warrior Expeditions, a nonprofit that introduces veterans to the world of long-distance adventuring. And 20% goes to Mission 22, a nonprofit that helps veterans in many different ways. And if you want to help support my hike across America, consider signing up for my Patreon. In return, you'll receive rewards such as early access to videos, access to my adventure journal, photo prints, and more. Thanks for watching. Take care.